Before I begin my homily, just have a couple of announcements, both for you who are here and for all of our people who are watching at home today. You'll read in the bulletin, I encourage you to read my column, especially this weekend. A couple of things I'd like to point out. The first thing is that next week we will begin some limited singing again at Mass. And you'll see the rationale for that in the bulletin. So please read that. And also, you'll read about the final recommencing of a particular campaign that had started. July 11th, this past July 11th, our diocese celebrated 200 years since its creation. And the bishop had planned for lots of celebrations, but this is the year 2020. So you may recall, though, reading in our diocesan newspaper that one of the main initiatives that the bishop had planned was a special diocesan-wide capital campaign to help strengthen our parishes, our schools, and the outreach programs across the whole state. Now, here at St. Mary's, we had been put into the very last of 4 blocks. Other parishes had already finished. And here we were in the starting of the final block, and I was in fact myself prepared to roll it out to the entire parish in March when something happened, and we couldn't. So if we have your address, then you should receive some detailed information in the mail this week about the campaign. If we don't, or even if you'd rather do it online, we'll have it on the parish website as well. And there's a little thing in the bulletin, gives some great information this weekend. Our goal had been set at $1,720,000, half of which comes back to St. Mary's. That means 50 cents of every dollar will be returned to our parish for things we need. And some good news is that we have already exceeded 52% of our goal, having already raised over $900,000. So thank you for our early donors. So what's it for? That's a good question. So our committee had identified 3 areas of need here at St. Mary's. We divided it into past, present, and future. In the past, we desperately need a new roof on old St. Mary's, our beloved old St. Mary's, as well as repairs or even replacing of the organ that is there. The roof, by the way, is over 100 years old. We have gotten our money's worth from it, absolutely. Normally, in a normal year, we would be using Old St. Mary's every day for all kinds of things, for daily masses and school mass and funerals and weddings. It's sort of the workhorse of the parish. And so it's a precious piece of our history for so many reasons that we need to preserve. For the present, we would like to pay off the remainder of our loan that pertains to the building of this church. We are so close, which is absolutely amazing considering it was a $12.5 million project by the end of it. And finally, with our future, our children. We hope to do some upgrades to technology and security at our school. And already we've received some funds back from this campaign, and we've begun additional fencing, you can see, as well as replacing what one person called the historic Boyd Hall bathrooms, which apparently hadn't had anything done to them since they were built in 1950. Friends, I know this is the absolute worst time to do any campaign. And even so, we would like to close this out, what we had begun. The bishop would like that too. So please note that any gift of any amount will help. You can pledge, and you can pledge over a period of 5 years. And that helped me make a much larger pledge than much larger gift than I could normally. So what about that other half? Well, I want you to know that it does not go to the bishop, right? Funds raised actually go to the Catholic Community Foundation of South Carolina, not to the diocese. And so that Catholic Community Foundation then distributes the funds to important projects for people, including help for our struggling Catholic schools in the state, help to educate our seminarians, and social outreach for the poor, the elderly, and some others. And you'll find those details in the mailing that I mentioned. So in the coming days and weeks, you'll be hearing more. So please help us to get to our goal. Every gift of any amount is important and helpful. So God bless you for your help. In the name